The conversation has to be an active, participatory, want to do something now, as opposed to later. Oh, this will be coming. I'm past that point. But we have to have a serious conversation, a critical conversation about race. It's understanding that when I am in jeans and a t-shirt, I walk in a store, do you know how it feels to have somebody follow you? Regardless of who, what title or position I may have. Are you ever stopped in your own neighborhood by a police officer and asked, who are you visiting here? That happened 2 years ago to me. Wow. There has to be some change. And you have to talk about that race issue and how it affects people. You got to understand that impact on that individual. When you think about these protesters, many of them, they're protesting for many things other than the death of that African-American male. They're protesting because they're bent anger about economy, school, food, housing, all of that, as well as another African-American male killed at the hands of police, and as in most cases, a white officer. I don't condone violence against property. But sometimes if that individual has not been attended to in his whole previous life, what else do they have in front of them? And that's important for us to get to that with that individual. Why did you do that? It's a different anger than it was in 65. But it's the level of anger has increased, and sometimes you see it much more internal than outward. Question was asked yesterday about hope. My response is, my hope is fading. And I think the hope is fading because the strategies that we put into place have failed time and time and time again, and we haven't learned anything from it. I think there is hope by individuals collectively saying, this is going to end, and it's going to end now. Let me tell you how it's going to end. The first thing is in the ballot box. If we do not put in individuals who have integrity, who are empathetic, as well as a leader, we go no place. Because see, they will effectuate that change or start to effectuate that change. You think about these officers or these sheriffs, these elected officials. By not using that ballot box, what do you get? We have a voice. We have a strong voice. We need to use the ballot box and use that effectively. I think we also have to look at and ask, what is the need? There's no different than when we built Goodman South Campus and asking folks, what is your need? We need to ask the same question. And then what do we need to do to address that need? And that's just not because not specifically for our students, it's our community. It's all the leaders in our community. You've got to ask those questions. They've got to be willing to put themselves out. you know, you've got to speak up. I have a phrase that my wife has continually used, and silence is consent.
Yes.
No longer can we be silent. We can't. And we've got to change the agenda. And we can't wait.